Berlin Wall is a beautifully designed map and should get a thumbs up, but the problem I have with it is there aren't enough players to fully utilize the map's talents. If anyone remembers playing the big 52-man servers in Call of Duty 2, you're probably wishing you could go back in time and implement this map. Once Sprint was introduced in Modern Warfare, people felt the maps could get bigger with having less people. Generally I agree, but this map was made for big teams. First and foremost, I need to talk about the center of the map, which is mostly red on your minimap. In previous COD series, red meant danger and usually ended with a claymore to the face. On this particular map, they implemented automatic turrets, which is virtually the same thing, just a little bit cooler. As I mentioned earlier, this map is far too big for the number of players the game allows. There are a handful of cool alleyways and spots which players are still discovering today. There are quite a few buildings on Berlin Wall, and a handful of them have a second story. This particular building covers the bomb and certain objective game types. This is also where you end up if you took the middle route from Spetsnaz's side. The music store is a hot zone. People are either pushing through the left flank or coming up the mid. Surprisingly, the music store offers decent cover, and with the upstairs having so many windows, it's a very strong area for your team to control. If you head to the far right flank, or Black Ops spawn, you will notice it has a much more open area than the rest of the map. If you or you know a sniper with some skills, you can pick off players all the way down the left flank. I typically prefer spawning on the Black Ops side. You're able to push up with your team, keeping your eyes on them using the minimap and not having to worry about which floor they're on. Most of this back area is awesome. Great peaks, great spots, and a wide open area. The downfall is these positions remain fairly desolate throughout most of the game. There are only 3 routes through the red area, and this middle section is the quickest, but as always, coming through the middle is usually the most dangerous. Now back in the Spetsnaz spawn, you can utilize these spawn buildings to get vision on people crossing through the 3 routes. With only 3 routes taking you from A to B, you want to be sure your team has eyes on them at all times. As always, we hope you enjoy this walkthrough on the map Berlin Wall. Just keep in mind, for a map this large, there's still only 3 major routes to cross over.